Hi guys, it's Miss Magda and Lily, and today we wanted to show you something different. Um, we've been showing you exercises and stretches and positioning, and today we wanted to do something fun and to show your parents maybe how to adapt certain activities so that you could be included in games with your siblings and maybe play some fun things together. So I'm going to show you three different games. You're definitely going to need your parents' help for some of them. And honestly, all the equipment you need is I have different size balls depending on what you have at home. We try to do a variety, so depending on what you have, you can set it up, and also pool noodles and marbles or a golf ball, something like that. And we're using stuffed animals, but you can use empty Gatorade bottles, soda bottles, cans, or anything that you can kind of knock over. The first activity we're going to do is bowling. So Lily's here and she's sitting in a chair. Some of you guys use chairs or wheelchairs, and we're going to do bowling first. So we have wood floors, and the pool noodles were sliding. So I found that if I put some rubber bands on the bottom, it prevents that from happening. So all I do is I place this, and depending on how big your ball is that you're going to use. So for a regular playground ball, I just put it in a kind of, I don't know what to say, 4 or 5 inches apart. And we also set up some, we have baby animals back there. And we're going to use just a regular playground ball. Where's the ball? Okay, so I'm gonna help Lily. And if your child can move their hands and can move the ball, you can just set it down here and have them push the ball down. And this kind of like simulates a track. So the ball will go down the track and knock down the pins or the animals or the bottles, whatever you have set up. So hold on, Lily. And it also kind of encourages active movement at the arms and shoulders. I'm gonna put that down here so you can see it. Alrighty. Okay, make sure you help your child aim. Okay, ready? Push the ball. Oh, she knocked out one. Perfect. And you can do that over and over. And if your child has siblings, they can help set it up. The kids can take turns. They can help stand the pins down. They can bring the ball back to their sibling. But it's something hopefully more fun than the stretches and the positioning that your child can do with their sibling or their parents, or hopefully a friend if on the 29th they open the state and you can gather in groups of more people. So the second activity, and if you don't have this size ball, you can use an inflatable beach ball or a smaller ball. And for the beach ball, I would just set it up, make sure that the feet are together, set it up a little bit wider. So it's all depending on this the size of the ball that you're using or that you have. And I'm sorry, this is not an easy activity to set up the camera to be statically. So, and the big ball will be so much easier for the child to push. So, okay, Lily, ready?
Wait, aren't you gonna leave it?
No. Ready? Go ahead. So she's pushing it. The ball goes. Oh, she knocked down a bunch. Let's see how many she got.
I got 3, but one didn't fully fall.
Oh, perfect. Look at that. Super. Okay, so that's one activity. the second activity is a marble race. And for that, we use the pool noodle, and I just cut it in half lengthwise. It was surprisingly easy to do with just a kitchen knife. And if you don't have pool noodles, I got mine at the dollar store. So just the Dollar Tree has them. And these are just, cut in half. And you can have just one child do it and maybe play with the angles and see how fast or how far it goes. Or you can do use both halves of the noodle, and you can have.
You can do a race.
That's right. You can race. You can race maybe you against your child or a sibling against your child. You can mark. You can use different colors. Marbles are probably the easiest, but we also tried golf balls and ping pong balls, and they also work. They don't go all the way inside the track, but they fit and they do their job. I'm gonna pause the video because I need to take the stuffed animals out of the way. Hi, so we cleaned up the stuffed animals out of the way for the marbles. We have our racetrack set up. And as I said, you can use marbles. I have two sizes. These are also from the dollar store. And I have a golf ball. But whatever you have, if you have a small play ball or maybe even a Matchbox card would work. I'm not sure. We don't have them to try. So if your child can grasp and you want to work on releasing, I would use a bigger ball, and I would give it to them in their hand. Lily, use the other. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Use the other ball, the other hand. This thing. So a lot of the kids, once you put something in their hand, they have a hard time releasing it. So if your child holds it, I would give them a little cue right up here. So then they would relax their fingers. Okay, ready? And let go. Woo-hoo! Oh wow, it went all the way to the wall. So that's one thing. You can also maybe just hold the ball or a marble, and your child can give you a sign, a smile, a nod, a grimace, or a vocalization. Stop that. And to indicate go, and then you would release the ball. You can do two children if they have a sibling, and you can race the marbles. You can adjust the angles. It doesn't have to be on your child's lap or on the wheelchair. You can make it out, from a shelf, from a table, from the countertop, and see, also kind of experiment and see if you can predict how fast it will go, how far it will go. So different variations of this game. Lily. And the last thing, and for that you do not need any equipment, and it's very old-fashioned, low-tech game of Simon Says. So let me pause that again. Okay, we're ready for game number 3. Sorry, I needed to position the camera somewhere that I could have my hands free to help Lily. So Simon Says, and you can have the sibling call out as Simon, or you can be Simon and then have your child try to follow, or you can have, if you have more than one child, you can just take turns, and if you need to help one of your kids, I would do it maybe from behind, and then just remember that whoever is Simon, that they would involve the arms or head. So if your child is having trouble, moving on their own, you can totally help them, and it's completely fine. So you can say, Simon says, touch your head. And you can help your child touch your head. Simon says, touch your belly. Simon says, put your hands on your lap. Arms like an airplane. Uh-oh, Simon didn't say. So actually I think the siblings would have a grand old time knowing that you messed up and not the sibling. So simple, low tech, but hopefully it will be fun to try over the summer. And I think the bowling and even the marbles, you can take that outside and do it, well, maybe not the marbles, but on the sidewalk or on the grass, knock over some bigger things and see how it goes. I hope you have fun with it, and good luck and have fun. Bye.